Mashi TV. Ajatwenge Kemishe.
Ago chemekeni mwenye ashi so anima so na ma so babole kutu wake o Mashi Morning Star no wake ojeko Ghana coming to you live from the heart of the city ni asa for Achajato Street Leebi Ŋulami oje chere momle sani onyo pe mwenye afik bikenklen manya wale nyomi wa wake shidaya anu ncho wake neke nyone ese baba nina weku anu kwale no ni omli jije me fe ji me ni amena egbe ni mene gbine dromo efi amino wakaji dromo efi wono live no oke nu ncho shida ji no wa bole kutu akishikome kon Leebi ne mena wa fe strictly politics keje no se kusum di femo ba anye se ke ba shwani mne oke emano so ni je Mashi Sport se lo mba banye gbeno agbe ni bi kro kome isa ka oke so monye kuni wona ke lelen biye efi egbi ni wo ye ma ke ekome femo ba wokwa banye gbeno mo keji pa ko chi obenke ge kachi ekra mo fu shira oba keji oba ngene sanjin le e kamoshi ujugba de encheni bohu oba na emi nse ro kachi womba shira.
Children have a very high nutritional demand in relation to their size, and vitamins play an important role in maintaining healthy growth. That is why we at Base Pharmacy Company Limited have introduced Base Vite Kid Drops, a multivitamin drop with 7 essential vitamins including vitamin A, D, B1, B2, B6 and vitamin C to aid your child's healthy growth. Base Vite Kid multivitamin drops have been specially formulated to help meet your child's nutritional requirements, helping them to get back to playtime faster. With Base Vite Kid drops from Base Pharmacy Company Limited. For further inquiries of bulk purchase, call Base Pharmacy Company Limited on 0302 672 317 or 0247 287 853.
This advert is FDA approved.
I go by the name Diva. I work at Sunset Beach, and I assure you, if you come to Sunset Beach, you won't regret coming here. You can come here and have fun with your family, give you food and affordable services. We now have clinics, bonnet, net, and please, it's free for ladies on every Friday.
We have samosa, we have burger, we have pizza, we have a lot of it. And when you go inside, our photo is very clean and serene.
Sunset Beach, we are the best. Expect more. Bye-bye.
Okay, skume ko shida ji nyanga kanya na chu juren ha o wa fo shoba. Okay, ngamo play ba ni gonti ajo ni atupai Leebi no body mani ye hife ni oyo ake money kenu cho we mo fe de hia mo chue e yin hwe kokoko ya disanye we wono fe no fe mo mle ka jo kon o hewo nu cho di no ha ni agbo e nya e ha o no o sajin fe nke ibaji habu Lebne ni gonza Josh come kwa mi body mani e fe no yo ke atupa e bi fe. Me fe ni ko wa bi ni fe mo no ke lebne nya wo bole akutu wo fe kumi ye ni fe mo no. O ba ngo shida kuleke a Great Aim Academy na kana ni ji Heartbeat Homeopathic Clinic agbene Helios Care Center le hu ye mi Sunset Beach ke na gbe no the Peacemaker ni for le chewa ke the Peacemaker Basement Kids Drop na kan agbene le hu e mene ake afi woji niji nyonkonkro hihie na kana esa ake wo ka owie mo afi wo de hie mo nchu koni wo ko wo hie egbe wo ya keji wo fi na kan alanta ya ni ba hie wo hie fe wo ke ise ba fo no lebi ne ajowo ni jomo ni ajowo jomo fe nje niji if you believe prayer ministry ame akachi na kan led by teacher Elijah ni eji founder yene ke somo na nke anu dromoni ke ilukolo uta no na dromoni ke o yose no ni ake habo children ke if you believe prayer ministry no fe no ni gbo na bana ke ibaya le fe wo lebi ne wa ko ni kan mo ke je ni Genesis 19 akan Genesis 19 o wa kan ni ke ba shipongbe keji bohun na be bohun ba nyoko obibla eke bohun otemi ojugba kagbeno na ke lelen ojinyon ke de shishi ojugba de nche wako ba no worry there 13 eke because we are going to destroy this place the Lord has heard the terrible accusations against these people and has sent us to destroy Sodom. 14 eke then Lot went to the men that his daughters were going to marry and said, hurry up and get out here. The Lord is going to destroy this place. But they thought he was joking. 15 eke at dawn the angels tried to make Lot hurry. Quick, they said, take your wife and your 2 daughters and get out, so that you will not lose your lives when the city is destroyed. Do you see that little town? It is near enough. Let me go over there. You can see it. It is just a small place and I will be safe. Nakai boka jona be obanyo o kanikeba shiton gbe ekebo una bone shikamo ya nakai. Producer okwe niji wa we be if you believe prayer ministry. Nakana make niji revival komba no. Ameji nshiyomu ambagbe na hogba ni ba ne. Wakaji oye de kan ohun obanya ochi obenkeniji. If you believe prayer ministry ameke breakthrough and revive the spiritual world nakai financial breakthrough ke agbene reviving the spiritual world led by teacher Elijah bana mesegbe ai kind of blow ni amle niji amasama nakai keji na bia banyo chi obenke agbene enu wo share obaji wo Leebi Ŋulami ni famous me fe ni ye am for me okay happy birthday call you more belated ke ya here happy birthday in advance agbene ngene we afi so ha ne like me hey baba o ya keji o ya bomodi akoba to se na jan ojugba ake HIV AIDS ewe hino wa de nche ni no ni kene ke matara lo make amane ne mba wogbeno ni efe to mo wonu ake esan iwe no ekunji be pie ake protection lo make prevention is better than cure no okeje o anabole sa konyo protect o e ke no ni blofocho ake condom if you no why use contraceptives ke krokome chofan krokome na ke tuwa ke ni bi komo wa ko ke jajo e ke ni bi se mi e wa di ngomo se e ko atelekeba lo e ko le ni je bi epe si hila krokome ke ni bi krokome fata o mi pa fai o fe woni wo ko bon ba fi ni ne ke hila ne o amuna lo ma ko wa sana e ja ke keji itwabo ojope e ke na agba eba Ogbe nakai inche Mr. Frank notifa ba ese omo Greater Accra communication team member kan able kuma South niji NDC team member he sen omo shin no ko meko le hu ya no ni masuma ke mawo wo ma ebulo atwe no kaji wo she kaswa ni amle wo nyeme ni o kaswa environment ame behejole kula ame behejole eja ke ni fon na fi o eje ngbe asusu ake men krokome number futuo ye ne ke popa ne no ameji meni ameke ni fone mba wo certain shin first enyo ya ke wo IGP ke police hierarchy efe amebabo tuwe lo makamba fe tuwe bu kona meka me hie afon ne ke kaswa area name ya ke awi na yo ejeme tafla che na wa bia na ni nta ake no ke mi yo bia I can't afford to lose even one soul ni ke she lebie o ke mi ye be Leebi Ŋulami no wo mi tafai wonya Olinda Oklo ni di Greater Accra Regional Minister o wo share ko ba ni gbejegbe efe ape wo street lights e mamono awo koni awi ke ekro komena yo edumni be komen gbekeke mankeke ni bi esafo wo pafai o yo ya ke bia ne assembly ke MCs ke ekro komen fe nyonya ba fe chapa koni wa wonya one ni wo kanei ne sake wonya wana le evening time koni woni bi fe mo afi fan ya wa ke afi 24 hour economy ke ekro komen keji wa security be good te ba fe te ke policy ne ba yemu enye yemu o pafai koni akwebo ni ba fi wo traffic light se le won etuni hey baba o wo traffic light tuni wo pafai man probi post office yem na kana zongo junction achi motagbeke hey kroko me fe traffic light tuni e manemi ni won wo enyomo ne sake woni won na ese no wo pafai wo che John Roman mama o ka wo won chi fe wo pafai wa de nche kaji nya ba nya ganya ba somo ma wo pafai no ni sake nya tuen ha wo liake o hara meni amenuchu mo eji ne ke na eme ne saka amekwe no iwo keji ake wonye de be saka nyonye fonye nani le no ni baba e ba yin ha wo fe osmo no won yin to njole ke ko mi fe mo shiko be ko ba nya ko na share my Facebook ba na ko Mash TV o like no share ka gbene o comment ngeji ni tetelate iya ke ko ba isen be ngene o tu mfan san ni wo ba gba ngene ji na ke kejem ke ba nye gbe ke mi wo che ko me ni la hun journalist jile Bekoni una susu ake Ghana Niji Airport Company Limited eji board chairman ejen le hun eheba sani ake ba ni ba JJ Sajiko mana shin le hun eto eto ake keji ato mboko ne ba JJ sani na je leji the right person so wa bia keji boji board chair kesani ko ba asobo hun aji oboyemi ena una ke ko ano aji e ga kwebo ni ibayale iha no ewo ajipo ejen shin ona ka detain le ni akwebo ni ba fe ni kule wa grant bill ke krokume bileti no shi ni bi na tawo mi na ke meeting na cantem se o ba ko eneme ke wo che atu isin le hu kenya hie budget le hu ni abon debate hie wa ko akete shi kama yo ha te ke ha wo Ghana ma bi wo meji mene za ke e benefit o ba ko Mr. Frank ni awo good morning ni
Morning to
du gba du mo fe won no mene o design na sano o fashionista enye Jimmy kumi ake na kelele
Wala osmo ni ke fe mene denche ni na ke we free forward
Mr. Frank thank you Bromoson
we free forward denche
Bromoson ajo
e wo wonder ni motion Siminga makbana samanga fi.
Oh, beka nele wajula sane yo.
Vana minga ablakuma South Constituency Executive Chef. Abano minga inna niji Mrs. Benis nala ne committee fafa. Minga Peter Agbeli. Free SHS coordinator ablakuma South ne. Minga Dr. Rashid Tanko. Different see no mean we know about Paul Dumontry. Over there, I cannot say much. Show na keshi jele mi iwo no ko da na ke many juo ama me blow ake mo konjua many gbe ohun ame no ke gbebu no ke ba aye koluko achole ke konbo ke flip ko isu ke
kakwe ato ibe ni ipe wa na ege flip ko ohun no ka nu ya ke ebe shin
thank you Paul Dumontry will come there and make noise blow shout hey you see Ghana kasanga wa only that them come me ake wahani if you're near tomorrow
we encourage people who are into steal. What if we encourage you? I will give you an example. Come on. Can you wear a man? Van in Boston, can you wear a man? Me appeal muku, Olaga appeal 5,000 a month. She live lavishly. He live an extravagant lifestyle. He only make here more than a penny year. Cafe party and whatever he's doing there, the expenses. Like many, scanning them be sure ke. It's a much more richer. Obroni obo mi to you ba. Such people there work by me, work pressure market you might drive. Hey, you might jolly. You might jolly. Van by, no story. You might jolly. Nakagbomo. Keji ejuwe enye ne satisfied nakagbeme ni praise ole we ba ju ni me akeni mo jolly. She je ni mo jolly. Ju eju. That should be put aside. But no, you want to be transparent, honest to the system. Get 5,000 pay about mommy. Can allowance 100 cities about mommy. At the end of 4 years, I don't 5 years. On your machine, I tell you, I can bomb. It's me as a minister. The machine, call it me. Money to one a prisoner. Can you make jolly here? Have my Minister of Finance, he won't share. He minister. He evaluate or do by oil. So, me kebo, what I encourage your men now make you. But our actions. So, if we are able to take care of some of these things, you can ask, what that kind of feel like anything. Where do you get the money to do all these things? We don't do it. Be a note as a kind of HK in yellow little bomb here, but okay, bossu, me no care. So you are not asking where the money came from. I don't know about the mission. So what we need favor honey, we no buy come I'm a draw number a draw da. That's the point I'm making. Now let's come to polyamory. I've always maintained that Paul is not correct. Me I've always maintained. Many of you I don't even if you're level any favor, a dressing cannot feel my never correct. Come on, what are polyamory? It's a parasite. Kakemoko parasite there. Tomorrow, can we have petemo? Can show you no boy? That is polyamory for you. Only polyamory. It was NDC government who made Paul poor. I'm telling you. When he was giving the platform, interview Rollins, Mills, even Muhammad Ali, you seat of government can be. Show that Muhammad Ali can't nobody. I can actually. I can work on you call Muhammad JM will not allow you. He will deal with you. Mokopon declare politics and you make it now $1 million. You are back. You know, actually, a intention, a drag na. Everybody dreams like a Nashka. A dream keke. But because the idea no you look at your government here, God not go aju you are shame. Or Paul near the government of GM. So he has to find ways and means to get to where he can steal. And the only place he can steal and milk the nation is to join the Nanado administration. Because the nature killer you will kill a snake. Now Juma. Now I kept polyamory. You could get a flower school. Okay, $100,000. I get $100,000. Over the boot. Flowers $100,000. Meaning flower. I mean, it will better your boo. I love flower. I mean, flower. No, I can't. He has entered into a contract as board chair. The contract and able to me. I don't check. He doesn't know the company. I don't know. How can a board chairman, a board chair of a company enter contract with a company? You don't know the company you have entered the contract with. Over the money for your money. Get me there, that's correct. Come on, guys, your mommy can't show you back. Jamie Taplache, a fool. Oh, I don't even know about way. Oh, my ship on our little Watabi. You don't know him. He has not engaged you. I can watch me. Actually, my people can monthly. Nobody has engaged you over Tabia. Does it make sense? Is it possible? A guy has entered into a contract. He doesn't know the company that the Ghana airport company can take contract. Hey! Omo. Boss, Omo. Number 2. You see? Paul came in Kebuwake. Contract na I enter Elehiku, normally. Well, you can't be company, that's the first point. Elehiku. Can a company that is run by a board enter into a contract without the board knowing? You can't be I'm a Juno, and you can't be I'm a Juno, what's it? So when you catch them, they give you stupid reasons. Reasons need your baby. They have followers who follow them. I'm a block who could do a shit, but me so they think they are making sense. I'll give you 2 facts. 3. Before directors of a company will act on any decision of the company, it must come from the board. Board then, they can directly say implement. I don't want you care as a board chair. He was saying that he was not a board, he was just a board chair, doesn't know what happened. He was just a director. Let's even assume you are the board chair. How can the directors take decision about having board or legal? I know if you are a director, how can you act without the board? They have the men and women. I'm a young no. My name is actually NPP. They don't know anything. That is why Canada Japan, Brother Champo, but they want to contest the flag ownership of the party. Because I mean, can't your president, but me can't be the president. Me, Brother Champo, bet to be the president. Japan, bet to be the president. That is what you are doing. But if the standard is set high, can they come and say, come on, NBC me? What are killers new NBC me? Mama, Mori Baba Sosi, Mama, for the easy. We'll check it, Italicola. A check it, but a back about contest. See, when I check it, everybody's coming. Let's just go to people back about contest. I'm telling you, don't laugh, I'm serious. Want to be back about contest because AHK. So with the MPP, when you have money, you can contest. It doesn't matter whether you can solve the problem that confronts the nation or not. It is about you having money, and they can contest. These are the people who wanted to vote for them. The only thing I can say, the law is the law. I knew from the work this guy will have a problem. But that's Azurike. He has clear evidence, concrete evidence. I can put in that discussion. All the things he told me, he knows about the contract and it is there. It was you are currently in Mali. So I pray at Manasseh, when the time comes, you can also provide your evidence because it is a responsibility of the citizen to assist the security services, assist the police in their investigation so that they can nail people who have committed crime against the state. Okay, Manasseh Azuri, you have any evidence here? Be a good citizen and cooperate with the security operative, service, so that they can come to a conclusion and see the guy is guilty or not guilty. What do we call it? Special prosecutors officer. Landed property. Do you know why? Because no point journalists call a lot of the driver for journalists. I'm not saying journalists should not be paid. They should be paid. But you are paid and they will judge you by what you about shock of about surprise. This is the man. I'm not a police officer. Yokuke Amemole. He has engaged in corrupt practices and I deal with him. Beni I'm a teacher say you only pull a much work and law student here. he should know that the law is the law, and the law is working. So if the law has catch up with you, I know you've been caught by the law. Cooperate with the security operatives. If you are guilty, the law will deal with you. If you are innocent and you're not guilty, the court allow the law will just say you are free or you are share. This should serve as warning to other journalists who are also now serving on the various boards. You are serving on a board and you don't do the needful or the right thing. When the time comes, say, me Frank I don't know you as NBC journalist. I know you as a Ghanaian who was given a position or a role to play in an institution, and you failed to execute that mandate. So therefore, when we come here, I'll speak like a Ghanaian. I'll not speak for you. Yesterday I was on a different station. I made the point clear. But you know, when I came here join the energy minister, you're one of the TV stations. What is there? I have to say it. They were called attaching you are today serving on a board. Whether you are my MP, whether you are my minister in support or whatever, you are guilty. I don't know if you're here. Frank, me get my you enjoy. My free. Me every time I can me come here. I don't do that. I'll say it as it is. And you know how to get here. You know, we can't clear. You say be in your paper. Yeah. No new administration.
Okay. Oba oyin na kan ke wasanigba sajele fashi first o ge ayaye fe. As a Frank be ko ne wo susu ake press freedom ni o ma na mi e ya lojuba. No yo mi na ke fe fata e ko ni chake mo ba ke ikuruku me. She was susu ake ise afo mo e pa ko mi ngowu. Mo e ji tene at a demolition exercise school sprinters be no. Nakano many saka me boy I'm a protector. Biana amenji wo fe bonisa. Yo aso akeble makmano acha nye banyewo aba acha no ake aba humiliate na gba the freedom ni press bi yo.
Press freedom it is a right given to journalists. Okay, what is it? Freedom of the press. You can publish, you can we have the freedom to be on media. No way or job. Anything that prevents you from expressing your views. I know have voice out, no need here. But the person has taken that press freedom away from you. So if you're a journalist, you should know to cover no okay fake news. So we need to demolish buildings that are on waterways. Very good. Yeah, sorry, Magdan. Where I'll come to Magdan.
Okay.
Nakeo, I sani akomonaka chujie because sorry to say, kule amo ema ike nakapa ema kule mrakapa ema lojuba shekule doko wakaku kaji ema lojuba doko wakaku me Frank is supporting kaji ema le papa no me hene ma hu yin na akumo then I'm supporting it. I don't see the reason why a soldier, a police officer should prevent a journalist from covering such an event. The police officer, whoever is involved, the soldier, army officer, he has not done any good to the profession he belongs to. He has rather tarnished the image of the Ghana Armed Forces, which is not good. As the president said, okay, he will not tolerate some of these things. There should be an investigation to find out the culprit. Money pertaining to Kanye. And money. I deal with the person. So in the army, either you go Abashwebu, alone you be punished. Two things. Either you are dismissed from the army or you are punished. This shows that we have a leader who wants the right thing to be done. What am I mission? He doesn't care. Roger na private jet, etabike. Donoji etashi etrati. He doesn't care. I can say my lolly back. Yes, sir. But this one, President Mahama care. Like a soldier, I don't need I apprehend. I'm only. Me investigation tracker. Not if you're wrong. They not punish me. So the president has acted president near the Amomonike, she actually erect when it's IGP, erect me. Now, Momo, Kamole, no, it's an afi. So, a step has been taken. Can't Mama take a step go then the culture of the Kenyan journalist can be there, Eba. Because when a journalist is attacked and no action is taken to punish the offenders, then we can say that attack on press freedom, Eba. But here's the case, action has been taken. So I don't think attack on press freedom has emanated again. Then again, Journalist Association for I'm a president there. Only I like him. He talk and he always want the right action to be taken by the various authorities, and they have to take decision there. The way I ultimate like 1 week, KG action is not being taken there. There will be a total media blackout. Sometimes they will look like you see, you are the president of the Ghana Journalists Association. An issue happened which we all condemn. The president of the republic has taken a step. He has given the security service the mandate to find the culprit and punish the culprit. Okay, you go on 1 week time media blackout. We were here when other things like this happened. More than this. Did this man come out to say Akishi they'll go on a media blackout? I'm asking you. You see, they talk as other no matter what it is. I'm a lot to war Belgium. I don't understand. It happened some time ago. Me, the Ghana president, journalist president never out. Never you are careful. The Nadu government 1 week ultimate to the I don't know if fear he. Oh, tomorrow we will know what I say. No, you are consistent. You are not taking side. But in a corner bafi, meanwhile, Nadu no you can't jealous but he doesn't care. But in the president has shown he is the leader of the country. Okay, Nagamoni feeling your morale, you deal with the person. It means an action has been taken. Still, over out okay 1 week or 2 weeks, there will be a blackout. Where? Because what the man is saying me doesn't make sense to me. If Mahama has not taken step, Germany call Benwake President Mahama, I think something must be done. She no is an affair. To threat the president. I don't get it. Me no you can media blackout. Media blackout attack on press freedom. Journalists are going around doing that with 2 of us. Today, currently, journalists are even more free to express themselves than before. So no, you all about it doesn't add up to me. That's all I can say. No, you all.
Okay. Nagbe no wa baboti wo oti ni wo ba yue ngene bineji. Se Frank oral ni achi oral ne ni bi baba wo ye oral em. But if it am bia ne Ghanaians are some Ghanaians are questioning the Beggiano too. Proceedings ke ekrokomani watch AGA chono kenchu again oral ne ni tumo. If it am men wi ake wi mo mfacho ke ekrokome bepi le hu case se kome e be enough evidence. Okay, I work case no. Papa back I filed enough. I'm here and there. Well, if it am be an mentor ni, I mean, when it comes to making oral name. Eko meko ni yomji. Few no knowledge prosecute. Few no knowledge prosecute. Ekrokume. Men Jamie Blamo. Okay, we mean tibly. Koni ani wamambie eko me wanu nshi yake. Asusu ake boni. Ake we mo bani na wo je na kanji boni wo che John Draman mama ke wo jame fame na jian amen fame na jin ye ne ke we mo ne okay dani ma no before I come to that point I want to look at Magdan issue. It was more in glad I want to come to Magdan something small can continue for me oh be see that problem Magdan was one of the guys, no president knows. The one me, I mean like that businessmen, me, we want to push them financially. Now, I'm not doing manager.
Well, Magdan was one of those people. Madam Bacho, Moniji, Magdan, and when he came here, what did he do? He was rather attacking the government. The hand that fed him. The CEO of Yoku.
Nakai.
You may facility could treat fair. Madam come without proud notice to the guy. Then he can invest the same back now by establish a break doctor, including equipment, gadget, everything destroyed. Today you see what is happening to Madam. Me frank, it do me info handling man info handling. It to what? Bible like a tit for tat, an eye for an eye. You want to be New Testament take Old Testament. Be Christopher will use one. No Old Testament I'm not Moses who say, "Hey, me no." Me many guy Magda it do me one. Magda empowered people with Jana. Okay, Adan baby. Please.
Okay, but where are we here? Where are we here? It's a frank. Okay,
let's go to the
oral standing. Okay, Benoni.
Magda is not better than you sitting here. He's not better than me. We are all human beings. We are man is you. Eta. Now the difference is Eta. Okay, me feel ko dey na manya ke na ke no me fie here. Ke feel ko dey say what ke la ke no me fie here.
Okay.
Now let's go to the next thing. Oral. Operation recover all loot. Shafe shall do it. I recover. For the mitoni, the issue name pay we what you buy or mitoni not blaming. You buy me one wish. Okay, this is the way forward. Mama, before President Mahama came to power, one of his promises was that he wants to be transparent to his government, to the people of Ghana. That's one promise he gave Ghanaians. And then he said, any stolen money shall be recovered. Abahi. Be people go buy Juska. Get Juska no. If I have to get to prison 4 years, if I never enjoy Juska. I remember. Okay. Mama ke obale o Jumai odi. So one, the Attorney General acting on behalf of the President want to be transparent to Ghanaians. Okay, this is what we have discovered. Neke wa ayale. Noji. Orale. Which are the transparent aspect. Then recover. Ake manage Juska. Lo skane ajima the wrong behavior. Ma femini. Mahina kashkaji efe. Over the told you. It was with that. It was a promise made by John Dramani Mahama to recover every loot or amount stolen there. That's the first one. Two. Meaning Tabia, I don't agree with the Attorney General and his method. I don't agree. I don't. You see, when they play with the MPP, they will come back and tell who have you arrested. You claim we were corrupt. Now, 2028, Mama Tabia, NDP is corrupt. On what grounds can I say the NDP is corrupt? So what he's doing there? What communicate and say, we are talking too much. Make Juska. Get them. Court. You promised to establish tribunal to fast track these trials. Where is the tribunal? Score by mobile, waste of time, talking to us, where is the tribunal who promised will be established? Where is it? No, they won't care. The Attorney General is talking too much. He needs to act. Now let's move on. Having said that, the Attorney General has not acted. How do I say it? Against the Constitution. When you are recovering money from people, it is part of our law. So, an accused can enter into plea bargain with a prosecutor and say, okay, my pay. But you are not dealing with CPP, you are dealing with NPP. If they should pay this money through what we call plea bargaining, they will come back and tell you they were never corrupt. No more. So you should know who you are dealing with. Now, let's look at what is plea bargaining. Plea bargaining me in Fenuku, Nimecha Nakano Fiento. A woman ma niba amon prosecutor only lento she me papa ma pay ska plea bargaining no ne ma pay allo jail offer any kind of Shika finish can involve my pay plus interest. Ni young man can jail. Mama, if you promise I can recover shika. But whilst you are recovering, you must punish the people. Ko oto ajuto bi are na mobo e. Abake julo ejumini to jito. Ka he to e odi abago ya na police station. Aba lock. They will catch you all recover, attempted to steal, no steal money, no extra, no client police station. Now punish them by going to jail. But when you recover without punishing the person, please, you are not doing any good to the NDC's party's image. Number 2, NSS. Now let me finish the plea bargaining. No, should do that. You see, why do we even enter into plea bargaining? We know about your plea bargaining. 1, Onashka, or your court. If I never like a court anymore, about delay 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years for our court. Plea bargaining, they can't put in here. It's stop and I can delay. No, this I don't feel for me. Much can I No, Michi. But I feel court prospers. I can't care. No, I bought because when I court 10 years for now court. Court the gamashi. I take court and go and agbo. Nabi take over agbo aya. I don't money.
I don't qualify.
No, plea bargaining there. And you stop on again. The uncertainty of a determination. For example, when you go to court, outcome of the trial and prosecutor only. It's possible like money jushka ba win. She you know she ba win. With some small technicalities. Well, because you don't know you may not know the outcome of the trial. What's money meaning? About to play bargaining. Nice car. There are more, but just because of time factor. Now, the NDC as a political party should be very careful with this plea bargaining. Now look at the National Service Scheme issued anybody. Yo moi macho manjile you, I don't know. Catch a basketball you, I don't know. But et je m'en fais effectivement. Quoi you echo why?
Ni gift your warrior.
Echo quoi? Tell echo what?
30 million Ghana cedis.
Hey, there is no way this national service issue there may by each academy. Sorry to say, the presidency will not be aware. I'm going to prove it to you. No time, they don't no choice. Your boss, in the time no bar. In the many advert bar. In this Canada, Alemani. Your advert go back. No boss lay where about question. Scanning advert be many advert anybody. Scan about people that your boss lay Alemani. Good. Many children be about pay me. Because advert can be any bad about could have pay me. Okay, advert banish can ban me. Now pay me. But I'm bad actually I pay me. Who boss like you? How much can you pay me? How come 5 months for people? E wo kedi o pay kwa meni na kashka ni ba fe o ko boss pe nye yo your boss become an accomplice e no ni fio no ni ya no company na pay me dem boko actually 1 year national service wa pay o pay na mo kashka ha NSSB it came from the government and then through the Ministry of Finance in Mali. So how come actually they will not be paid and the Ministry of Finance is okay, the government at the time is okay? How do you even create names? What are names? Come on, scheme me. Naka appear the wrong. No, naka mention ni shaka appear me. What can I say? Presidency and the Kenny name. They know. They will take it to worry peck a CB ke former sports minister. Come on, na tina afi all African games. Look at the expenditure. So are you telling me I can make GBC $3 million? GBC come on, you find agenda camera one. They gave us less than half of the amount. Are you telling me okay? Ni in my report there, audited account, audited report there na kaflete. Presidency alone no pay. They were aware. I can GBC ba feeding get from it. Aja. So they knew what they were doing. They were catching the cake by neighbor. Bu attorney general Yakashi. We want a plea bargain so that we can pay the 60 billion and over money. If you take this money and don't punish them, you have failed the NDC as a party.
She's a frank no Olympiake.
You recover and punish.
You recover and punish.
Because both way, Jomono Ketia attempted to steal and stealing. He attempted to steal Namole. Neju Namole, I started our punishment. In law, intent, Jomono Jeloke Finukwe, Aquana Hajamo, like a judgment.
She said, from one of the age, most of cases, if any nolly prosecute never. Eke NP attacho. No kaji osusu momle sake a retrieve car anya blood with you. Nila weke non-prosecutorial agreement attache. Which means
you see when you say non-prosecutorial, there's no case no way. There's no case side there. I was dealing with the plea bargaining. Now this non-prosecutorial issue any attorney general is entering into it. I don't know the case. No. There's nothing in this case. Let me give you an example. Somebody was saying that Attorney General was the lawyer for before. She be a there's some conflict of interest. When I MPP, I'm going before about you feel careful about dissect. You agree with the not follow. Kind of conflict of interest there. Main benefit here no could be. That she can't be followed. When Attorney General was in opposition, he was a legal practitioner, a private legal practitioner, who was contacted by a company to be their legal advisor. So he was working and earning salary and wages from that company because he was their advisor, legal advisor. Very much money actually in Mexico. Today he's Attorney General. Is he working for the company? So why are people saying that there's conflict of interest? You don't need to be in government to engage in conflict of interest. You can not be in government and still engage in conflict of interest. No going to benefit with a conflict of interest anyway. In this case, what is the Attorney General getting from this issue? Is that the government has come out to say, we see there's nothing, no going to go back. Sorry to say. Whether there's something or not, you don't go be now and adumo. Now can prosecute them. What issue then the best thing to do is to recover the money from them. So if you are saying that only prosecutor, there's no case here. I don't know the details of not what the Attorney General there's no case. But if the person is paying back some of the amount, then there's a case. You know what I mean? If he's paying back, per what the Attorney General has said, before and there's a page care, then it means there's a case. Because what you could have another case again. There's no case, and then you shouldn't pay anything. You are free. But there's no case, the more page. Then tell us no only prosecutor about it here attached with plea bargaining to pay back the money. Whether the two can be admitted in law, mainly. And whether this one said I cannot go further. But like I said earlier, I don't agree with this plea bargaining, too much of plea bargaining, and then this knowledge prosecutor. I don't want to hear this. Come on, if you look, take the people through the process. Now punish me. But man, you say recover, no punish me. That is my point. Now, at Westie, man, come on. The Capital Bank and the other bank issue there. Board there, I don't even need match. Board there. So that I used to scapegoat. Recently, I had pay.
I get 10 million Ghana cedi.
Come on, I've quite an Egypt. But we'll put a page careful.
I think it paid 30, 90.
90. Okay, now we pay equal. You see, I used to scapegoat. You see, this banking setup it was nothing. Political no good. You get back the end of $9 billion to talk closer or restructure banks. You don't use 30 billion to restructure the balloon. It doesn't make sense. Look only a town $9 billion, look at 30 billion. It doesn't make sense. Oh, me to political. And when the bank was collapsing, they were merged together. But when I Boniba feeling there, Data Bank board, governing body, they came to head the CG, what they consolidated bank of bank, whatever.
CGB.
Very good. So it tells you, okay, the reason for the collapse of the bank was political.
She's a
To cripple all people who have the financial muscles to compete. So now, you see, people don't, the way you operate there, they will cripple boy. They'll cripple you. No Oscar, never control. That is the style.
She's a from me to my bill, Sunny name. Kaji, Tomobona, you at Wissin Sunny name, Ake Skaku, Itimi, Anna Sky, Chomwake, Krume. No, Carbon walkway, Bonnie Fane, I inject the Skakewu banking system, and Ake Atona revival, no more, Ake collapse. So, Naka injection and affair may long years Sunny Jim.
Okay, okay, yeah, maybe when banks have financial difficulties, the best thing to do is for the states to rescue this bank, especially the local ones. As we speak, local banks in Ghana, they share a thing. They share 5. The country banking sector is dominated by foreign banks. So when they make their profit, they repatriate the profit back to their home country. Owner stand chart, I remember my village and head office together. They will never do it. They only rent on the lease. So we are empowering the local bank, the foreign banks to be stronger than the local bank. So what a government must do if the local banks are stretched financially, you help the bank to stand on its feet. What do you do? If you have to change management, change management. If you have to restructure the management and the policy direction, restructure it through backdoor operations. Or a backdoor about Fina, Aleppo, Nwakafa. Another thing you can do is a bank, you can collapse banks in a pen or banks at Then the last point, okay, banks say, they lend money to the government. UT Bank, Uni Bank, okay, if a government and other banks, if a government. What do you do as a government? You pay back the money to the bank, then they become solvent again. When they become solvent, then like a 9 billion government, there might be some non-performing loans. Who are loans? No, yet. She don't need your government there. They will be solvent again. And they can operate.
No, so from my government, they can am a fashka.
No, Ghana government.
Your mayor era, they can tomorrow Mills, John Draman Mama era.
According to UT Bank, the current government, joined the another administration, came for money from them.
No, can
as a bank and government can go to the bank and borrow. I feel if you bank interbank borrow, I feel bank money has time already. Government can also go to the bank, the banks and take money. The bank can also go to government, Bank of Ghana and take money. No, they look only cash na feel. Because you have fast car, your government there, government fast car or there. So they pay. If it more no attaching, if the government flows shares, buy equal. Government have fast car or did you know? So no pay. Government have pay later. The government has car bank there. So any pay bank, any bank and cash car, they can choose because they use people's deposits. When the deposit is with the government. Nishka buy the bank and Nashka do in your pay and low in your finuko. It will like a profit level for 5 minutes here down. If I have a problem, you want to get problem then Nishka government there. So no pay a man have do a man or no pay a man. You will not trust or come in no more. That's why I check.
No, meaning.
Say that go well like a case of court where bank collapse. So you see why I told you the collapse of the banking sector, it was political. It wasn't any. What they were telling us, yes, financial issues were there, but if you pay the banks, they will stand on their feet and work. Or pay them. So your decision not to pay them was political. Say that go bank, Heritage Bank, sorry, it's a case in court. It will collapse the bank. Political. So there's no sense in the collapse of the bank in the first place. May I show you a bank here? You don't collapse. He's not concerned about that one. He's concerned about how he and his family can melt the state and make money. That was what another was thinking about. There was this banking sector clean up using 30 billion to claim what's 9 billion debt. It was not a shame more. No. It was the issue the government of the day about it. How the banking sector clean up was done. Me can manage his car. One of the charges I can't do the educated back. So me, all I can say, the cleanup of the banking sector was not properly done. It was political decision taken by the Nana administration to just make the country through dubious means. So that was what happened. So there was nothing new with respect to the banking sector cleanup.
Okay. But going forward, the again cleanup exercise in anything. No, I was a victim. No, me EIB training, Star FM. Should not get money, but was I can lay off workers.
Before the chair. Yeah, problem. Would I be? I don't know. Can we are quite people think I can want. Come on, back on. Boy, a party. What party here? Still, your station is used to attack your party. But not the one mission. Come on, Friday, listen to GH1. Can me party a power, me your TV station there. I'll use the station to propagate the good message of the party and the government. The work done by the government, no party. She va chair BBB, Kawatashi. Talk, they are talking nonsense.
She said, Frank, as to what to do, yake be Kobashe, ni Ibabalake, ke Mukoya government me, be Isake Nuchumo Atishi. Ke Mukube government me, Isani Nuchumo Teoshmo, no one discuss on. I can say Bafu.
You get him, you don't care. If I were to for, I'll use the station to propagate the good work of the government. The good work of the government. My mama never actually be papa be. I quite just want to figure out. Maybe we are going. The programs are not more. Sometimes Fridays the one I'm attachment more for. No condemn government. No, not a million gentlemen. So maybe they will do for a quello. That is the question I keep asking myself. Okay, Mama truly, but do for who attest that James is doing well. Only James is doing well. Oh, station name, me na me na hey. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, they can only prosecute and then I put it in there. So I say it's questionable.
Okay. Okay, one put this name. If you need 30 minutes, no okay, need for money baba na. She won't put this name. No, what budget review Sandy Bash. What you have in your markings here, I mean, Ghana man be if I can call domestic debt exchange program ni akeba. I mean, apology ke Ghanaians. So, well, say Frank, I'm a come and read apology can have DDP ni akeba. Agbene long Kenya here CDA ni edamoshojuba artificial support na Kenya shi echencho na jimba ploy ishishi. Jere grow ni for time.
First and foremost,
DDP apology and America Agbene wobote CDA normally. Okay, after CDA, the government should reinstate NG 1D1F programming.
Okay. You see, and one like a phenomenon is about out to me. About confess. Who call the dad like NPP? They don't have principle. Can't go a principle. Don't know you may never do no. They change it because a principle called like a mechanic. I guess it's only a fool doesn't change his mind. And quite movie. So principles remain principles. If my principle is based on sharing, I'll never stop sharing. It's my in-principle. Why am I saying all these things? You see, when the NPP was in power, Russia and Ukrainian war. Well, I tried to Russia and Ukraine. She see the emotion. I'm a time Russia and Ukraine one CDF, I tried to try Russia. Maybe she see the but when they were in the opposition, they were defending the fall of the city. Okay, Russia and Ukraine were again. When they were in opposition, so they were in government, sorry, they defended this debt restructuring program. They defended it. Okay, it's the best way to go. The best decision ever. Leaders must take bold decision. When they are are taking decision, it should be bold. I agree. But decision taking must be analyzed to look at the negative and then the positive outcome of the decision. And see that the positive outcome outweighs the negative outcome, then you can implement that decision. But when the negative outcome allow implication it has a positive implication, and you don't implement such a decision. So the decision to go into this debt restructuring program was not a proper one. They were in a hurry. I the Ghana's cafe. After there was cafe. It was call a private jet. Everyone at $20,000 pounds and $dollars. Let's have a time. I don't know what can't you only 126 ministers? Every ministry, I a spokesperson, I a deputy spokesperson, I a useless appointment. What's about that? You have to enter into debt restructuring program. So the decisions that were taken by the Nana administration landed us into this debt restructuring. So the NP had no option than to defend the program. Because even payment, you see, what they were telling us at the time, okay, the economy is resilient, the economy is buoyant, things are being worked on, everything is fine. At that time, we couldn't pay our debt. Money yours, money is car, and you're a pay or a debt. Because you have made provisions for payment of debt. You couldn't make provisions for the payment of debt. Okay, your economy is doing well. You can only tell stupid people for them to believe you. And that was why Ghanaians, majority, proved to them okay, they are not stupid, and they voted them out. They defended everything done by the Nana administration. When everybody came out, she papa, many five farming cable. No, you don't need me. Over there. Bashka, you are sky. Okay, Bushka, very fine. Niki Bushka. Help us and make them for fun. I can't Bushka.
The scan no came here.
Doesn't make sense. So, this debt restructuring program needed defended very well in the past. Okay, it was the best way to go. If you come and tell me today, okay, you are sorry for going into such a program. So, had we voted for them, you could imagine what it takes. So, if Afejumakis, when they play these cards, we are sorry. I can't be here when I'm like o software aboliame NPP ola can front ola dey black down get that yellow proba white people that white e back code bible wo bo na let mo le o you mo money be yibo awi 1960 I'll divert small 1960 no not 1969 1979 elections Nanado's uncle Mulemo Furata le mieux parti PF na mete prime minister ni Victor Usu Ashanti win. Another one que le politics. J'étais à fait Bible course theology. Okay, no share wa win election mo e. E try no a form political party actually UNC. Na no secretary. Kadi bena be kadi bu elegi if not you kadi a man nobody again o. And the Subani. Subani. If they had won the elections, imagine we are sorry for going into this debt restructuring program.
Even to the extent that
Akufu, former Chief Justice. And did they care? More, no, not the fear. They don't care. Bako, men boy catch me. Over the motion came you are sorry for what? They think Ghanaians are foolish. They will carry about next election 2028. Then the debt restructuring program, it should not be a campaign message. It will be an emergency plan and because we are sorry. But next time it will not be a campaign message. It will be a campaign message today, it will be a campaign message tomorrow.
Okay.
NPP is not a political party that cares for the people. People think I can be VP. Come on, bond. of who born, me a float born there. Now, my family equal. I feel a monkey.
Dali. Baba for
the no announcement. No announcement. No thing when they get a partner, frankly, printing. I'm here about 95% of the shares. The next member by you or no, I'm by you or no. And they saw people cheering them up. They were like, I got for them, Jimmy. Come on, all of the election what they I didn't be winning one. They will never respect their name again. Everybody win the election, they do. I'm not going to like, hey, I can't afford you, sir. Engineer, Yamunina, what's that about my and for Jimmy? But see, the Ghanaian voter is not foolish. So we have proved to them again what they will do. Thank you.
Okay, so Frank, it will be an before nation or Wabuti Niji budget ni debate committee no care crew. She means David Clotty in Ageka when you be a Magdan Ghanaians suffer under the hands of politicians. And Nakanji Bonin away we get Magdan Ghanaians suffer under the hands of politicians. Sam Kingsley Ashong Leonke when you be a it's a GAP program or English. One quarter of foot to people for Fatamawoy. No page non market. Was a Frank Benny work up a budget any I read Nibia Kumeni or me. As to my body, we are area state 1 DYF. Carbonell. She means what we CD and no artificial support in a care. It's not a long term.
Monique GAP program alone.
Kingsley Ashong.
They test a man can a
in my blog. He will tell you where you are texting.
Hey, I don't see.
Actually, Sam Kingsley Ashong.
Kingsley, over the manga or the one I can see. Okay, you can choose the bar, but Mashi, Facebook about Mashi. Over the manga. Hey, Kingsley, I get a Luchi program.
Then get now English program.
Okay, girl English. Okay, but I mean your question.
And me talk before you show okay, you make CDA support ni na need the machine artificial. She long term ni men.
What I can see. Call you down again. MPP. Well, MPP, KJ, I'm here. But nobody again. That is my worry. You know, you don't need to me MPP here. I'm here, let's okay. Over the me, I'm by you or no. CDN, I'm like CDS. And I don't care about $1, one CDN. Did they use natural method to sustain a CD? For me, oh, more. I make a natural no sustain CDN. So I must like artificial measures. Everywhere in the world, when I feel the city sustain, I make sustain artificial measures. No, you might you use artificial method to sustain the city. Come on, Moshe can share what is has been used to sustain the city. Artificial measures there. About now, power did they use natural measures to sustain the city? Now let's go further. On a CD, I've said it before. Because most of our trading partners use foreign currencies, we are being forced to convert our CD into foreign currency before we can engage in trading activities. The CD and its value will always continue to fluctuate. Well, if I had she need be ye. Me walk off fair be ye. If I know what she can, I'm not wale. No continue John Mahama a bon fimo. Now, many honey CD evaluation quoting in foreign denomination and currency. No dollar. What $dollar I'm not going to understand dollar a take over. OCD by Bishi. But can you be no power ship away from to this dollarization of our product? $dollar contract should be awarded in Ghana cedi. We got to some Arab countries say I'm here dollar yen. No fear no in their currency. You must come here wale. Okay, you want no fee that guy. Money was can't fee and my wale. Okay, then I'm a artificial measure. We like it. Okay, I use the method to work sustain or city. Again, no one will feel work sustain or city apart from money. The country must go into increased production. If we don't produce, forget it, because you must produce more, export more, and make more dollar. But if you don't produce, you always buy from them. You don't produce. Oh, small seed and you are checking into dollar. I know I hear it. But if you produce more, you sell and make more dollar. Your CD will become stronger. So if this is what they call artificial measure, we will do it. Normally, he want to go into agri. Whether they can agri policy anybody. Normally, we hear of poultry, poultry product made. We hear of rice, if we are able to strengthen our local rice sector, the poultry industry, the can be then what cost car book and yoga here, like a scarf about Kamanen. I don't money. If I don't see their stronger. So we must increase production and increase export of local products so that we can make more foreign currency. We can sustain the city. Another thing we can do, overspending and spending unnecessarily. Or spending basa. Kasika will generate more. Wise spending. Ska lesbian can tell plain.
C'est franc.
Oh, mais car you are quite small. Okay, don't you tell me Yamali.
Where tell you mon. Tell you mon.
What I get Yamali. I'm calling Kobuke. Oh, plane. No, a plane. You can plane a hand Liberian president.
They use.
The call was Kawaka high plane. The Monoka time more than a lesbian gile. They came okay slow small. You can tap plane there. Bob, Alimani overspending, unnecessary spending. When you are spending money on ministers, to 120 ministers, I'm a personal assistant, can it be spokesperson, can it be a fair? You are overspending. You are spending the money on consumption, not on production. So you don't get anything back. That cannot strengthen your local currency. So Mahamake, we will not overspend. And even if we are going to spend, we'll spend on in areas that will generate. For example, the government is not spending. Over if you pay arrears of national health insurance scheme, you pay all the arrears. Are you not spending?
No spend.
If you pay nursing training allowance, teachers training allowance for 3 years, for 3 years you all the allowances left for them to be paid. Are you not spending?
No spend.
By any PVK, we are not spending. We are spending wisely. They don't spend wisely. So these are the measures that you can put in place to sustain your local currency. In fact, our founding leaders made a promise. One of the goals they set for Ghana was to have self-government. And that self-government there, they said, is a common goal that they are setting so that socially, economically, and politically, they can control the affairs of the state. So in the area of economic goal, they said, to control all the factors of production through bilateral and public sector arrangements. Land, capital, labor, entrepreneurship, or our control that can be fair. It was a promise made by our founding leaders. Are we doing that? We are not controlling it. So if we have a president today who is trying to bring those things back, we need to encourage the president. Again, if you are able to do this, and then we become self-reliant by producing our own basic needs, we can strengthen our local currency. So if the president is trying to do all this, and you call it artificial measures, when you came here, you do introduce any industrial measure, sustain the city. That's why I keep on telling NPP, they have no message. They have no message.
Okay, so frankly, Ekomeko ni fataye ni finance minister won mission ke see no apiki. She minority who ke the dollar dey for abochi in there. No ke mingla mo.
NPP una. Who call the dialogue? I'm a follower set to my Belgium boy. When NPP was in power, often where the abochi people don't there.
I'm exist.
Ni NPP say power ba me there. The $1 dollar be do. She be dollar je 10 cedi. 10 cedi 1 to 50. 1 to 10. And $1 should give you 10 Ghana cedis, 10.5 billion. At the time 1 to 70. That much be a no. But no much be a no. She no more reduce. So if the same person coming to tell you I can share the dollar see the dollar dip for much pocket. What is the sense in this? That be don't even know me show you ba. When you were catch abochi be there, power member. No over complain of power member. When you were in power, they were there. We know the amount we are buying the dollar for. Today they are still there, but we are buying it at a lower rate. So the dollar, see that picking the money they are abochi pockets. When are you? So let's do something.
It's a frank 1D 1FM. Now he can Saka in state go. Na kwebon ba fe ni no ya ntumo ke kroko me ba fe.
Was there any blueprint toward the 1D 1F?
Go.
No go better.
No be nyenye ke tuni.
2. Gio. Be je me kasa be je me che na na form. 1D 1F.
Ngabi.
To mini mama ha fe. Mini no mama ba do ma ke ha fe. Well, there's nothing there. There is nothing there. Moko a company got to look at banana pete je call it to no go few him. Okay, one district one factory. What has been produced? If there's one district one factory, squares and they have the employment, the unemployment rate should have reduced. But the unemployment rate is rather going up. Okay, in my district, in our factories in every district. Over wherever we are. And the other seriously, how can we go? One district, one factory, one district, one factory. Good initiative, but they couldn't do it. Factories New York need a collapse. If they can resuscitate those factories to come back, that should be the first step Nanado should have taken.
Ake kutamo work Commander Sugar Factory.
Thank you.
Where toy again.
Thank you.
Where glass factory.
Thank you.
Where corned beef can
Thank
you
you.
come?
Go revival, man. Then people can get job and start doing. They will think of other factories. Come on, agenda. I'm okay. What can abandon agenda 111? Oh, for agenda 111. Oh, they could me. Because on here, I block my gym. Santa Maria flock me. I'm my foundation pay. The gym feature. Nangma agenda 111 project. No kono. I'm my capital. Red. Bomi to Dubai. Me COVID by 2020. Nanado ke wake. If I'm 88 hospital. Cater for COVID. Nanado has a problem. People think I don't respect.
Leadership problem. Hello, what kind of problem?
Listen to me. COVID everybody men go. China the COVID bar. Me na the emergency center quickly. Hospital. Listen, hospital. People can take you 2 to 3 years. That one winner. You will be mad boy. I can be 2 years. The moment. Net they say, "Oh, having 88 telephone, mama 111." Hey, Nika, we want to. Can you point at our hospital? People now manage. What another should have done was to build an emergency center. Nika, COVID issue happen. You know, about reduce stress on the various hospitals. Now, when they were living off, another went to inaugurate a general hospital. Is Ashanti region. I can't feel banner can it be. Now we don't know party. Normally, we call about it. Now, call machines can be. About it, as I had to make a friend. Ni mama banana akwe. Look, look, born a video. Look, it was a casika in my thing. That's why I keep on telling Nanado. Remember, I moved to actually Conan the Destroyer. Nanado is the Conan the Destroyer of Ghana. It destroyed Ghana. It was catching the case card 1.7 billion dollars. We couldn't build even one hospital. Then after the we should continue the agenda 111. Where is it for us to continue? But you see, foundation mamoshi. Mama he will continue some. He can't finish all. He will build some. He continue some. That's a good idea. President need journey. When Nanado came, there was hospital, Siwa Hospital, Bekwa Afar. Hospital Mama Nanado, if all the oxygen that were brought, machines can even be this way, affix spending hospital abonitum of a she fair 50. I call trust okay, Agenda 111.
Defense Minister Ibakoni Afari Hospital Mariake veterans in the military men Babashian Bafi beneficiaries.
Oh, Labia Hospital commotion. Look at Mama Agenda 111.
Okay, go away be any money. Let's show 6 minutes do okay any money. Why not 0274324331 0274324331. Ya kwatin nana ya kwatin uko kenjeniji Dubai ni amni na kan live na everybody money.
Say from the same Lincoln.
Okay. No go komeko ni away from the budget there. Though ibanye ni iba home in a way. Kaji wokwe woke mane nsusu iko. Woko iko tamo Boase. Ni woko iko tamo South Africa. Woko iko tamo Johannesburg. But South Africa am I not go there?
The whole Africa and the whole the largest producer of gold.
Bia one am I not go there bia. Chikumo kaje jenjen sanu obo gold cha. Woko boni the state of Boase yo. Woko boni mane mi yo. Kane podi enche lighting system ye mane mi e na agba. Comparing to Johannesburg. As we share be okoni neke wo multinational foreigners njo mini eni ayo into mining name here. Akwena chake contract say I renegotiate contract ke ba yen meni saka e ajia me mi ke kroku me aso e shejen alo e shejen pako.
One
Was what go down one I say.
The other gold issue it was leadership problem. When you go to Equatorial Guinea in Buemba Songo, oil discovery, I discover you can invest you take 60%, you take 40%. For 25 years, you train our locals to man the oil. After 50 years, 25 years, you leave the place after making your profit. We don't sign some of these agreements. We sign agreements just to benefit the white man. When the Muslim war,
by one check Oje ko yo fa na shibam you gbe get no talk jo.
I show me David Clotis.
It's a David money.
Me fa to be na boy body. O le noko ne ke ma dance ale me. Egba na fi o keji afite ma noko e. Ke fi e domi wa no ni min bigi maybe amana kan warehouse e. Me time amana kan warehouse e. Mini any warehouse ma mini warehouse and dent na ka ku da na gbe na wo wi na kan sanya yes ma da ya fe mokonoko ba min bia keshi ke iPhone app and a tooth for a tooth there a day will come over as a toothless and the blind people yes and you know ye ne ke magba ni le na afi ne ke je ya baraka ba mambia na eha mambie mokoni ba nashka mokoba wole ngata si nyemi okayo magdanlo okayo menelo na kanska ke oye ka se no koko ye to kokro ke o le gana bi libi na me yo ye manse nke oda ole e ba stable na pe so encouraging Ghanaians say no ke was ka abatule that ke politician ba ike libe mita me ba yo neke ke politician ba MPP ke LDC mita ma bia ma ke si anya mesika echinoko ye ma le mi lo MPP and LDC sika MPP ke LDC skanta wo e de ka ga Ghana ska MPP ke LDC allo all the parties na me ye no sika echinoko ye ma le mi fa no manya brao
yo it's David Clotis she da afu no
it's sometimes it's not good to revenge. But if you come $1, my dad has warned people. More. Ada,
need some more.
Through the hands of this man. $1. Sometimes say, come go feel no. Somebody will be about that. I can feel na kai. Imagine money over partner. There was a journalist who was. Hey, you are in I was talking about this Magdan issue. Oh, Ajele, he was killed. So, I understand. Okay, we don't pay people back. But $1. Magdan will take feature. Got your point that tomorrow powerful. They don't issue with you. Yeah, no cash here. Or sometimes when this way, power, or finish. When I finish, was actual papa. I don't know what I finish against me. Now let's go back to the gold issue. South Africa is the largest producer of gold. Ghana is the second. But the contract that they will enter with the companies alone, the investor, is favorable to them. But ours is not favorable to us, but favorable to the investor. That's the difference. Because how do you enter into a contract? The gold will not benefit the community. Overrun your money. So the contract that you enter into must be you must employ maybe 70% of indigenes within the catchment area. What percentage you are go there near? What do you know what President came to? What percent? 3% one 3% from the gold mine. Then President Musk he thought he back all the shares and give it to Ghana. Every big share. Who is I now? Who permit investors free Ghana? President Musk money and it is 6%. Today, I beg you a contract now. Everything has reverted back to the state. So the state must also make good use of the gold revenue. Ni like an area ni achako there. Asaje me. Ni me ni yo je na me na chumo na me chu. Na me pa Ganam say because Ganam say le ke be no chumo le ba fe. So hala mi chumo pa pa. And we can reintegrate na kan Ganam say into the mining sector. Na me chumo mining company say because I me ni chumo mo. We ba ni I me pa ni big me fimo. If you don't do all these things me the Ganam say in chumo ni taplache na no ko fifi no kan pa. I expect that what I will chumo ko abi. Ni ma chu. Onu mi shi. It was South Africa, the gold contract that was signed there was proper. It was favorable to the people of South Africa. Okay, you use the money to develop the area. Need pay for, need attractive. She will know that be into the pocket of the big men, into the pocket of the investors. So they have no obligation. There's nothing on them to develop because the contract did not specify. I don't state I can use the kind of amount to develop the area. I don't build hospital. Well, these are some of the things that we need to restructure.
Good, pay money, no pay corporate tax, pay you are shares by me, Ejid and Nagbawa. Frank Nagbono no Kwamuna, inching with cloth bisanibu. Ike in Nakwaka Fenokoni, ake NPP, alo NDC, or Kata maybe. Now I can party. When you win government, you don't come with your money, you come with. You work with the money, the state's resource. Or any senior Kweshka, Keba run the party. She get a win power. Now the mandate of the people, the resources of the country are vested into your hands. You must use it to the best in the best interest of the people. Or about on each other. Okay, over power. You can say I'm going to use NDC money and NDP money. Maska no use bushi and o use maska ojubalo. Ona. Ọkọ isi lo jugba o e gbodo yake o ni mba ne ska ni na ne no ni kefe ne nowhere where is acceptable but come back mi ba ni kura mi ne ska bi eno me uska bi eno 2 years na we ona so there's no way we can use a political party that waste power can use their own money. The resources of the state that has been vested in their hands, that is what they use to run the country. Shiba banya balake amla loko ibani waka ke okle NDCB ni kamete ameshika mani ne hama
no over the NDC banya ke wo manoko hama banya fish je na cause one NDC atishake wo market wa amko NDC abake mash kada noju. So you are not tempted to go and do such a thing. We don't have to you are like oh mash can afi where the NDC build their headquarters be like which is not the same, which is not the case. Your hands are tied some way. So that is a difficult.
Say Frank, how are you not baby moku?
Oh, in my baby mo. Me yes so na nya.
Nakai.
Yes, ka kan baby ni nyema ni gba na.
Oh, say Frank.
O da la wi o ka ba keke no ku yo mi wi ni o agbede.
She
ni moda. Da ona igba na. Ina ku e. Tell me baby yes ka alo akemi ora ni cho mi tete ko ni shi ni moda. Only first, the main people who are there, then the politicians to buy. Mukono and Leebi, Mukono and Shani. Sometimes who was Julian Debra? Even Eastern Regional Minister for that one. Today, who is he? The Chief of Staff. What do you like? I have to be cool. Can work with you. But I know one day, this good work I do for the party, one day I will recognize me. When I'm recognized here, that is why I'll say, okay, bring me to the meet of the fair. No me, you war cannot be Leebi here. Nobody is running. The cannot be running where nobody is back. You can't be back at the man can lay bang wow. When you want to see, in your Spanish man can smile. Nika man, who smile.
No, me smile. Me smile because of Chofane base beat kit.
Yeah, fine.
Keji Koyoma say, get your man can. Oh, yeah, to enjoy. She done over one now. Faith Edu over Fatawa, she that you know, inter David Cloth again. Why do you discontinue some projects? Also, projects come never halt here.
I don't know of any project that has been discontinued. What I know, okay. GM has said, okay, all abandoned projects or projects started by the Nadu administration, Kelenoni Asian, he will continue and finish them. That's what I know. But I don't know any project that has been abandoned. He will continue some of them. He can't because of budget constraint. It can't be. Only by any fee, no, that is what I know. But okay, to discontinue a project that has already started. GM has not made any comments to that effect.
Okay. Alright, Mr. Frank Lutifafa.
Mr. Clotte, le push on me.
Mr. Clotte, Mr. Clotte, Kawari. It's a why invite Bushian. Or why invite Leshian when I get Lele Ocholio.
I celebrate.
Okay, Mr. Clotte, Sakamanyamana o number. You DM me on Facebook. Ni bongo boy DM man on number. When you was celebrating Bojuba, it's a new one. They co-chromy. Maybe you know you are a new workable year, be no support or Saka of when you was celebrating. Oh, she die ambush Mr. From Tifafa Damamnik and NDC Greater Crack Communication Team. I look myself in Beijing Telate. Or can you be na motone? Now that they can claim okay, Kusum Fimo Baba. Shanemle, okay, man or so, no work be a Jane. Getting a new door, okay, be cool and we are.